Washington Redskins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. They go to Elliott again. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 3rd down, Ryan. He completes it to Bryant. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
2nd down following the run. To throw is Ryan. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Here we go.
They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gardner. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
Ohio! Flex round! Kill! Watch the safety creep! Flex round! Check! Let's go! What? 90!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Doxson with a grab over the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Tight right. Let's go! What? 90!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Pryor has it complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So the Cowboys will punt it on 4th down. As on is the veteran Chris Jones to kick it away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a fair catch taken here at the 5-yard line. Interesting. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these 2 defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive or no? You just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They go play action with Ryan. Out left side here to Bryant. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And now a first down following that long gain.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
A give to Elliott. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Zach Brown in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Now Ryan on second down. He finds his target, Terrence Williams. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Ryan. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Got a man over the middle, it's Williams. And he's brought down. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And this is good as they extend it out now to a 9-0 lead. Bailey now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Out to the left, it's complete to Daxon. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Let's go! What? 90!
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his man. This is Jackson. A pickup of 11, and it moves the chains.
And, Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Come on, let's go! What? 90! What? 90!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Taco Charlton in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Come on, let's go! Red 38!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Tyrone Crawford in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So on 4th down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. Shows off the quick feet as he takes this one up to the 20. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hitting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. He'll throw it with Ryan. And his throw is incomplete. Ryan Switzer, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Third and long. It's Ryan. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Ryan Anderson. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
Well, it's third and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. As they run the counter play. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It's a loss of 2, now third down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. So that's now 3 first-half interceptions, and that last one even costlier as it's returned for 6 points. So as a quarterback, how do you regain your focus?
Well, QB 101 says you never show them that you're sweating. Still act like you're the guy, that you've thrown 6 touchdown passes, not 3 interceptions. But he's human. He's got to face up to his teammates. He's got to own up to that. See if he can brace up and also not look over his shoulder and see his backup starting to warm up. It's going to be a tough one for him.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan. He's airing it out for Williams. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. Throwing again, Ryan. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And it's taken in at the 9. A big hitter that time in the punt game. 66 yards on the boot. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. And here come the Redskins now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And incomplete on the deep ball. A little too much air under that one. That could have easily been 6 points.
Yeah, with the kind of speed he has, it's almost impossible, we think, to actually overthrow him. But he did exactly that. I think he probably tried to get it out there maybe just a little bit too quickly.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Here we go. What? 90.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Shift together here from the D-line. 10th carry now for Elliott. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Zach Brown. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the shotgun, Ryan. He's airing it out for Williams. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So they kick it through to take the lead. There is a little bit of time left, though, here in the second quarter.
And while they're concerned about not giving up a big return or giving up points themselves going into the half, how good do they feel, though, putting points on the board themselves right near the end of the first half?
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Man left. Come on, let's go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Ohio! Come on, let's go! White 90!
Back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
On second down, Ryan. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drop.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
This one complete to Jordan Reed. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Now this is brought in by Pryor. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Here we go! Ohio!
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
It's brought in by Doxson, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They'll look to throw here on first down. Out to the left here to Reed. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time it's 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on.
Here we go! Brand 38! Brand 38! Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Back to throw now on first down. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jeremy Sprinkle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. And the lead is up to 5. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. A gain of 3, second down.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Now it's Ryan. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The give is to Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. So the D-line's going to spread out. They'll set up to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Reed. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy sideline and use him well.
Here we go. White 90.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
We got 3. Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38. 81. Flex round. Flex round. I got one.
They'll look to throw here. Jordan Reed has it. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
Here we go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Come on. Flex round. Flex round. 3 down. Ohio. Ohio. Check 9. Check 9. Come on. Let's go. Watch.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Ohio. Come on. Let's go. White 90. 56. White 90. 56. Check 56. Ohio. Ohio. Here we go. Flex round. Flex round.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90. No gain on this defense. No gain.
Now back to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Elliott a first down and more. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Elliott. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. So it'll be first down here after the run. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And a short gain down to about the 33. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. He's back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked him a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
21.
Now Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as he'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Hey, watch the left, watch the left. Let's go, D. 11. It's gonna be a long day, offense.
Back to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The offense on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
4 down.
They come out here in the eye. Running with Elliott, and he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3, and he is out of bounds here on the return.